Yo, what's up, YouTube? I'm back, man. Heavy Head. I've been here for another video. I usually don't even do videos, man. You know what I'm saying? I fell back for a long time because I just wasn't really feeling this whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, as I told y'all before, it's never been about subscribers. It's never been about finances. It's never been about money to me. It's always been about trying to get a message out. This particular video today, man, I gotta do it because it's been weighing heavy on my heart ever since I guess you could call it an epiphany, for real, an epiphany that God gave me, or has been trying to give me. And he wanted me to share it with everybody so everybody would know what time it is and see what's really going on and be able to open their eyes and see. Now, after this video is done, it would not surprise me if y'all try to say I'm psychic or some kind of prophet or something like that. I'm none of that. I'm just a person who is very in tune with what I see around me, and I keep my eyes open. I keep my ears to the ground. And anybody who's really been paying attention to what's going on in the world right now pretty much could probably come to the same conclusion that I have come to, you know what I'm saying, in my own mind. But after this video is over and what this video is about has been said and done, I want y'all to come back to this video and see if what I'm telling y'all came to pass or not. Also, I only got a little bit of subscribers, a few subscribers, so y'all subscribers, share this video, man, so it can get around and other people can hear this video and see exactly what it is that I need to get out, man, because I got to get this video on. I need a lot of ears to hear this video, man. All right, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started with the video. We're going to just jump right into it. So, damn, a lot going on right now, man. You know, you had Donald Trump running for president again after being convicted of so many felonies, running against Joe Biden, who pretty much was way too old to even try to do another term, who ended up backing out of the race, and now it's a Donald Trump, Kamala Harris race. Come on, let's be real. We know who the next president of the United States is going to be. It's going to be Donald Trump for a second term. Kamala Harris cannot and will not beat Donald Trump at the polls. At the end of the day, Donald Trump will be the next president of the United States. But that's not what this video is about. This video is about the elites and what I believe the elites are planning for us and everybody around us in this country. Look at what's going on, y'all. They opened up the borders and they allow all these migrants to come into the poor neighborhoods in the big cities. You think that was by chance? No. They brought them people in here to cause commotion. They brought them in here to cause conflict. They brought them in here for the crime rate to elevate. They brought them in here for them to fight over territory and resources with the African Americans that was already there. So you got Donald Trump. Let's do a little quick recap. You got Donald Trump running for president against Kamala Harris, an easy win. He's going to beat Kamala Harris and become the president of the United States. Then you have a bunch of immigrants that was let in prior to Donald Trump getting back into office, which is going to be the migrants that are here now, right? Now, let's take a little bit of a walk back to the past. A couple of years ago, right, we had COVID-19, where the pandemic started and everything. What did we see in front of the world on national TV? We saw a police officer I forgot his first name, but Colvin, choke out George Floyd on national TV in front of the world. We saw him literally, basically commit murder, basically kill a motherfucker right in front of the world. So what happened next? They did not arrest the officer right away, and that caused civil unrest just about in every state of the country. Every state was riding for George Floyd, you know what I'm saying? At first it was peaceful protesters, and then of course you had the Antifa, and you had other people who was mixed in and paid to come in there and cause conflict and break windows and destroy buildings and do all kind of shit to cause conflict, which also picked up very easy for the rest of the people that was out there trying to do a peaceful protest, who decided to go ahead and riot too. So what happened? Many cities were burned. Police was doing shit. They were standing around watching this shit happen. You know why? Because they was fucking told to stand down at that time. Y'all can clearly see, y'all, that was a test run. It was a test run. They wanted to see if they could put a story out in the media, continue to circulate that story through the media, and see how many people they can get to act on their emotions out of the story from the media and cause civil unrest. And that's exactly what they did. They put the story out there. They let us see George Floyd murdered on national TV. Then they kept on talking about it over and over again in the media, and then it caused civil unrest throughout the country. All right. So now, fast forward back to 2024. Now, I remind you, who was president during the time George Floyd was murdered? Donald Trump. So, let's fast forward. 2024, 2025, Donald Trump is going to be elected president. And just recently, what did we have? We had another clear police murder on national TV, again, with the police killing Sonya Massey in front of the world in a clear, unjustified shooting. So this is where I believe my prophecy comes into play at, y'all. I believe that the George Floyd incident that happened during the COVID-19 epidemic a couple of years ago was a test run for what is subject to be let loose on the public and the people this upcoming year, 2025. I think sometime before or just a little bit after the next president is elected president of the United States, which will be Donald Trump, the officer Casey is going to go on trial for the murder of Sonya Massey. Now, I hope y'all following me. Once he go to trial for the murder of Sonya Massey, and though the world is pretty much united in saying that this was an unjustified shooting, of course you got a few sprinkle here and there that's like, that's always going to defend the police and say that the police didn't do nothing wrong, and that she was going to scald them with hot water and all the shit. Yeah, you have those people who are going to say those things, even though they know the police have tasers, even though they know the police could have stepped back and left out of the door, that they wasn't there on no official police business. They was there answering a call. They could have simply backed up and left. She didn't need their help any longer. They could have left. He chose to pull out his gun. He chose to shoot this woman. I don't care if she held the pot up or water came out. Regardless, the water was nowhere near either one of the deputies to kill them or burn them. But that's neither here nor there. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But right now, let's focus on the plan that the elites have, and that they are slowly out unrolling the carpet right in front of our dumb faces, and none of us are speaking on it. None of us even recognize what's really happening right now. So again, They gave us a test run with the George Floyd situation, and they still didn't completely implement the whole George Floyd thing that they put through Congress. You know what I'm saying? That's for the George Floyd, the bill. They never passed the George Floyd bill completely, right? So now we got another incident where a beautiful black female was murdered with slight mental issues. She was murdered on national TV in front of the world. So now you got everybody picturing that being their mom, picture that being their grandma, picture that being their sister, picture that being any one of their loved ones or their family members that could have been in that same position. A lot of black people have mental illnesses that hasn't even been diagnosed. And we do have some that has been diagnosed, but point is, that could have been any one of our family members. Sonya Massey could have been any one of our family members. That could have happened to any one of us. So you got black people, white people, everybody just the same, saying this was an unjustified shooting. What I believe that the elites are going to pull on this situation, y'all, is they're going to find a loophole. They're going to find a loophole to set Officer Casey free of charges. He is not going to be found guilty of murder. This time, like Eric, I forget his first name, but Chauvin, whatever his name was, the one that killed George Floyd, like he was convicted. This time, their plan is not going to be to convict, it's going to be to set free. Like the Rodney King verdict, like all the other ones that went left. Your Philando Castiles, your Breonna Taylors. This is going to be another one of those situations where they literally set a man free that clearly murdered a woman on national TV. What is that going to do, y'all? That's going to set fire to every last state in the country. It's going to set fire to every state in the country. You're going to have black people and white people united out there. I ain't talking about black people fighting white people, none of that shit. That's not going to happen this time with the Donald Trump. You're going to have black people and white people rallying just the same, because it's going to be the system versus the ordinary common being. And that's going to bring what? Chaos. Much chaos that they created on purpose. What is the elites what is their whole idea? Order out of chaos. Create a situation where it causes chaos, and then bring in your new laws to either to smooth out the situation and relax the public. And that's what they're trying to do. They're going to end up unrolling order from chaos using the Sonya Massey protests. That's going to get ugly, y'all. I'm talking about, y'all think George Floyd was something? Just imagine what would happen if they set Officer Casey free. If they say that she threw that pot of water at them and that murder was justified, telling us something that we did not see with our own eyes on TV, and try to tell us it was something else. The world, the country is gonna go berserk. And and America's gonna start going up in flames, y'all, under the watch of Donald Trump. At that point, they're gonna have to turn over certain police states to the National Guard and the United States military, which is gonna be implementing martial law throughout the whole country. Which gives the elite their opportunity to bring forth what? Their new banking system, their new world order, and their new currency. That is where I believe we are in current time right now. And I believe that they are using the Sonya Massey murder. You can tell how the media has been pushing this for so long. They're going to push it up to the point where all the way up to the trial case. And that case and that trial is not going to be settled until the new president is implemented. Once Donald Trump is implemented and martial law has been declared, Donald Trump will be able to withhold office without having to be voted out, which gives him the proper authority to remain president and they're going to bring forth order out of chaos from the chaotic moments that they're going to have from the Sonya Massey protests. Now, I'm not saying I'm 100% this is going to happen. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is watching the events unfold gives me the impression that something big is going to occur. It gives me the impression that something is just not adding up, y'all. They're not going to lock up Casey this time. I mean, they got, look at the circumstances. You got a unarmed, young, black woman killed by a 6'5", blonde hair, blue-eyed devil who went crazy just because he heard the words, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Don't that sound like something that they'll end up pushing to the limits and setting this man free under the name of Lucifer and allowing the country to burn because of this verdict, bringing forth the New World Order throughout the country and the world? Like I told y'all think the George Floyd thing was something. That was a test run, y'all. That was a test run. That was for them to say, you know what? Let's see if we can put a story out. Not saying that the George Floyd thing wasn't real, because I believe that was 100% real. I believe that man was killed on TV in front of the world, and that officer killed him in front of the world. I don't think any of that was set up or staged, but I do believe they took that and used it as an advantage and an opportunity to use it as a test run to see if they have sheep or if they have wolves. And they proved that they got sheep, because they tell us when to be upset, they tell us when we should be mad, they tell us when we should be outraged, and what do every time? We get upset, we get angry, we get outraged, we take to the streets. This time when we take to the streets, ain't gonna be no standing down by the police like they did with George Floyd. No. The police gonna be busting heads. It's gonna be an all-out war against the citizens and the police officers and the authority figures. At that point, they're gonna have to turn over everything to the military. They're gonna have to turn over law and order to the military. Martial law will be implemented. Donald Trump will have to remain in office until the conflict is resolved, or even longer. And that is how they're going to bring forth the New World Order that they've been talking about for years, y'all. Listen, I'm telling y'all what I've been feeling. Like I said, I can't guarantee that this is going to happen, but it would not surprise me, y'all, is after all of this shit unfolds, some kind of way this video gets dug up on YouTube, and y'all gonna try to deem me some kind of a psychic or prophet because I'm of reading this shit ahead of time. But the truth is, any person who got their eyes open, any person who's really observing and seeing what's going on can see that something is about to unfold. Now, all my details might not be completely lined up in a row. Everything I said might happen. You know, a few things might be different. But I do believe some kind of chaotic moment is going to end up coming out of either this Sonya Massey thing with the officer, or y'all, they might create a whole nother event. They might create a whole nother event that's even more obvious than the whole Sonya Massey thing, and allow that officer to walk. This is an evil world we living in, y'all. It's all by design. They've been planning to destroy us forever, and now it's to the point where they're ready to destroy. They are ready to destroy us. They don't care who it hurts. They don't care how many people dies in the process. They don't care, where this whole thing end up at. Because the agenda is simple. Order out of chaos, bring forth your new system, and get control of the sheep again. Hey, y'all. With that being said, man, be safe. Protect your family. Stay dangerous out here. And watch your surroundings. Watch everything that's going on around you, bro. Because all of it is a delusion. Something that's put forward in front of you so one thing can lead to another. So remember that. Donald Trump, President of the United States, Sonya Massey, or another situation is going to come about causing some kind of turmoil or trauma in the black community, bringing the citizens and the migrants and everybody else to take to the streets and cause destruction throughout the world, mostly the country though, the United States. They definitely gonna carry on right here in America. And it's gonna be just enough for them to roll out their new system, y'all. Take it slow, y'all. Heavy head, and I'm out, man.